Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm doing my Royal Rumble results video. I'm also going to tell you guys about the entrance for each Royal Rumble match. I'm not going to say like how long they were in there for or whatever. I'm just going to say who entered at what number and leave it at that. And obviously who won each match and stuff. Also, I am going to rant a little later in the video, because the stuff that's going on right now within the WWE universe on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, is annoying the crap out of me. But I will rant about that a little later in the video when I get to the Men's Royal Rumble match. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about if you've seen it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, especially if you're a WWE fan like myself. So let me just pull up the results here. Okay, so the first match of the night was the women's Royal Rumble match. I honestly loved the women's Royal Rumble match way more than the men's, because I feel like the women's Royal Rumble match, the surprises that were in that match were solid. If that makes sense. Like, we had surprises at numbers 2, 5, 27, 28, 29, and 30. I mean, 30 was kind of expected, so was 28. But still, it was a huge surprise. It left... like, the stuff that happened in the Women's Royal Rumble match some of the stuff had my jaw on the floor. But the Men's Royal Rumble match, it was okay, but it was very underwhelming. Like, I thought there should have been way more surprises. The only surprises that were there were, I'm not going to say who it is until I get to the match, but the only surprises were at number 4, I think 21 and 22. I think that was it. And also number 5, but number 5 was definitely expected, so it's not much of a surprise. But also number 20, I forgot number 20, which again I will get into after. So, like I said, the first match of the night was the women's Royal Rumble match. It lasted an hour and 5 minutes, and the entrants were number 1, Natalya; number 2, the first surprise of the night, Naomi; number 3, Bayley; number 4, Candice LeRae; and number 5 was Jordynne Grace, who's not even a part of WWE. She surprised everyone. She's from TNA. She came out with the Knockouts title. And, like, I saw on Facebook earlier that day that Jordynne Grace was supposed to be in the Rumble. So, I mean, I wasn't surprised after seeing it on Facebook. But still, like, she did really well in the Rumble. And I would love to see her in WWE someday. So... loved her so far, like what I've seen, if that makes sense. Number 6 was Indi Hartwell, 7 Asuka, 8 Ivy Nile, 9 Katana Chance, 10 Bianca Belair, 11 Kairi Sane, 12 Tegan Nox, 13 Kaden Carter, 14 Chelsea Green, 15 Piper Niven, 16 Xia Li. And literally, while I was watching this, like, it went from number 6 to 16, and we were like, and I was like, like, we didn't get any NXT people or any more surprises since number 5. So number 17 has to be another surprise. But no, every number up until the 27th were main roster stars, which I'm not complaining, because the last 4 entrants were chef's kiss. Couldn't ask for any better, in my opinion. Yeah, moving on. Number 17, Zelina Vega; 18, Maxine Dupree; 19, Nia Jax; 20, Shotzi; 21, Becky Lynch; 22, Alba Fire, which I would have loved to see Isla Dawn in the Rumble, but it was just Alba, so that's fine too. 23, Shayna Baszler; 24, Valhalla. R-Truth kills me, bro. Valhalla was making her entrance, and R-Truth's music hit, and he got confused and thought this was the men's Royal Rumble match. So he entered the ring, and he was like, "Where's all the men? Why is there just women in here?" And Nia Jax threw him out. And then Valhalla entered the ring, and Nia Jax threw her out, so she was really only in there for like 5 seconds. So, which, for Valhalla, that's, I don't know how to explain it, but Valhalla's a beast. So to eliminate her in 5 seconds, like, Nia eliminated her. Of course Nia did. But yeah. Number 25, Michin; 26, Zoe Stark. And now on to the actual surprises, returns, NXT, all of that. 27 from NXT, Roxanne Perez. 28 was Jade Cargill, the long-awaited debut. She was in AEW until sometime last summer, I'm pretty sure. And then she signed with WWE, and she's been spotted on NXT and SmackDown the first couple of weeks after she signed. But this was her first match, and she was also shown last night on SmackDown. She was going to sign with a brand, but we don't know what brand she's going to yet, whether it's Raw or SmackDown or even NXT. But yeah, moving on. Number 29 was Tiffany Stratton, who also signed with SmackDown. Also Naomi, where she returned at number 2. She re-signed with WWE and is now on SmackDown again. Same as Tiffany Stratton. And number 30 was the return of one of my favorites ever, Liv Morgan. Love her so much. And Bayley won by last eliminating Liv Morgan. So, literally, can we just talk about the final 6 for a second? I think the final 6 were... Bianca Belair, Naomi, Becky Lynch, Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, Liv Morgan. That's a very solid final 6, I have to say. Like, that final 6 is probably one of the best final 6s I've ever seen in a Royal Rumble match. Like, literally, can that be, like, usually an Elimination Chamber match has, like, 6 people, I think. So, like, literally, if that was the 6 people in the Elimination Chamber match, oh, buddy, I would be rewatching that Elimination Chamber match over and over and over again, and I would never get sick and tired of it. Anyway, moving on, the next match, which I thought this was going to be before Logan and Kevin's match, but it wasn't. Roman Reigns versus AJ Styles versus LA Knight versus Randy Orton in a fatal 4-way match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns won, shocker, not really, in 19 minutes and 30 seconds. The third match of the night was Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens for the United States title. It lasted 14 minutes, and Logan Paul won by disqualification. But yeah, moving on. And the final match of the night was Cody Rhodes. Nope. The men's Royal Rumble match, which I pretty much just spoiled the winner already. Cody Rhodes won by last eliminating CM Punk in 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 25 seconds. Okay. The entrance. I'm going to say the entrance, and then I'm going to go on a little rant. Entrance number 1. I also called the first 2. Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. I said it before. It would be iconic if Jey and Jimmy, the twins, were the first 2 entrants in the Rumble match. That would be so iconic, and sure enough, it happened. Number 3, Grayson Waller. Number 4, the first surprise of, I think, 3 or 4, in the men's Royal Rumble match, the return of Andrade. Number 5, Carmelo Hayes. 6, Shinsuke Nakamura. 7, Santos Escobar. 8, Karrion Kross. 9, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. 10, Carlito. 11, Bobby Lashley. 12, Ludwig Kaiser, which I think he's the first... Is it German? Let me see here. He's the first something in the Royal Rumble match. Yeah, he's the first German in the men's Royal Rumble match, which is sick. Good for him. Number 13, Austin Theory. 14, Finn Balor. 15, Cody Rhodes. 16, Bronson Reed. 17, Kofi Kingston. 18 is Gunther. 19 is I was going to say Ivar. What the heck? Ivar. Not 19. I just said 19. Hello. 20, NXT's Braun Breaker, who also just signed with... Actually, I don't think he signed with Raw or SmackDown yet. Did he? No, he didn't, because he was going to sign with SmackDown. He had the contract in his hand. And Adam Pearce came in last night and was like, you should come to Raw first and see what Raw's like, and then you make your decision. So he was like, okay, I'll hold on to the SmackDown contract, and I'll go check out Raw Monday night. So he is going to sign with Raw or SmackDown, I think, on Monday night. Or next Friday, I don't know when, but he is coming to the main roster. And I love that for him because he is one of my favorites in NXT. So, go off, Braun Breaker. 21, the return of Omos. 22, Pat McAfee, who also returned at the beginning of the show, but he was on the commentator's desk. And then number 22, made that sound. And Pat's music hit, and he stood up from the commentator's desk and entered the Royal Rumble match. He eliminated himself, by the way. He went in, and there was a whole stare down between Omos and Braun Breaker, and he walked in, and he walked it back out, and then he walked in again, and then he walked back out, and he was like, nope, 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 not doing it, not today, and he eliminated himself. So, okay, go off, I guess. 23, JD McDonough. 24, R-Truth. 25, The Miz. 26, Damian Priest. 27, CM Punk. 28, Ricochet. 29, Drew McIntyre. And 30 was the return of Sami Zayn. Like I said, Cody Rhodes won. And that was the last match of the night, by the way. But this is where I'm going to go on a rant. So last night on SmackDown, Cody Rhodes cut a promo, and he was face-to-face with Roman Reigns. And for a second there, I thought he was for sure going to pick Roman Reigns to face at WrestleMania. By the way, Bayley picked Io Sky after what happened last night. If you know, you know. Long story short, Io Sky, who was supposed to be Bayley's friend, ended up talking shit about her with Kairi and Asuka. And literally all three of them, Asuka, Kairi, and Io, are all Japanese. They tried to speak Japanese, and they were hoping that Bayley would be able to understand it, where she's not Japanese. And so, like, the entire time that Damage Control was together, Kairi, Asuka, and Io were talking shit about Bayley in Japanese in hopes that Bayley wouldn't understand it. But long story short, turns out Bayley did pick some stuff up from all the times that they've talked shit about her in Japanese. So, like, the whole segment between all four of them had me shook, had me gagging. Oh, loved it. But also felt very sad for Bayley. But yeah, anyway, moving on to the rant. Cody Rhodes was going to pick Roman, but then he said, I am coming for you and the title, just not at WrestleMania. So he picked Seth Rollins. And then The Rock came out. And now he's going to apparently face Roman at WrestleMania for the title, which, honestly, I'm excited for. Love The Rock, and I would love to see that match. So I'm glad we're finally getting it. But this is where the rant actually begins. Ever since last night, I looked at Twitter. Every time I log on to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, I keep seeing justice for Cody Rhodes. And a bunch of shit about people complaining and stuff like that about The Rock taking Roman's spot. And, like, literally, I got into an argument, like, what was that? I'm sorry. Now, I'm not a very confrontational person. I don't like confrontation. I'm very quiet in person. So, if, like, in person and, like, someone's complaining and being annoying and stuff like that, like, I'll keep to myself. Like, I'll be kind of annoyed with them because, like, there's no point in complaining right now. Like, it's done, it's over with. So, I'm going to keep to myself usually. But online, I'm entirely different. If I see someone complaining and saying, like, I don't like this, they should do that, all this stupid stuff, I'm going to say something. Because, like, it's annoying how they're constantly complaining about The Rock shouldn't be the one to face Roman because Cody has to finish the story. And I'm like, I understand where you're coming from. I also wanted to see Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns Part 2. And to see Cody finish the story. But I've always wanted to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns. And now we're finally getting it. And last year, the same people that are complaining about it this year, last year they were also saying, oh, we need to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns. And now this year we're finally getting it. And now all of a sudden they're like, I don't want it. And it's, like, so annoying. Because one second, like, they're like, oh, we love The Rock. Literally at day one, literally a month ago, on Raw, they were like, The Rock came out and they were losing their shit. They were going apeshit crazy. Like, they were super excited that The Rock was on Raw that night. And now, I just saw a video on Twitter of The Rock's music hitting or whatever, at a live event. And all I could hear was boos. And I'm like, you were literally just cheering for the man last month. And last night when he first came out. And now you're booing him. You wanted him to not win, but you wanted him to face Roman Reigns last year for the title. Now we're getting it this year, and all of a sudden you don't want it. Like, I get it. I wanted Cody Rhodes to face Roman Reigns as well. I wanted him to win and finish the story, yes. But I also wanted to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns. And this is, like, probably a once-in-a-lifetime match. Like, it may not ever happen again. But where Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns are both on the main roster together, there's a 99% chance that we will get Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns again at some point. Whether it be at SummerSlam, Survivor Series, even at Elimination Chamber coming up. Like, they're on the main roster together, so it's bound to happen. Cody Rhodes vs. Roman Reigns Part 2 will happen at some point. The Rock vs. Roman Reigns, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, or once-in-a-lifetime. You're probably ever going to see this match once, and maybe never again. So, I mean, stop complaining. If you don't like it so much, try your hardest, whatever you want to do to get into WWE, become a producer, become the person that makes all the matches, and try to figure it out yourself. But yeah, other than that, like, stop complaining because it's just a waste of time and nobody wants to hear it. I for sure don't. But yeah, I've seen people complaining about it, saying it shouldn't be The Rock, boo The Rock, we don't like The Rock. And I'm like, yeah, you can't change it. No matter how hard you complain and how hard you try, no matter what you say, it's not going to change anything. The Rock is going to apparently face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. It's done. It's confirmed. Well, not confirmed, but apparently they are facing each other at WrestleMania. It's done. By the looks of it, that's what's going to happen. So, like, there's no point in complaining. It won't change anything. So, it's just a waste of time at this point. But yeah, it's really annoying. I got into quite a few arguments online already about it. Like I said, I'm not a very confrontational person. I don't like conflict. Like, in person, if someone says something, I probably would have just kept to myself. But man, the amount of arguments I want to say participated in on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that with all these idiots, it's just unbelievable. Like, I've been called. I remember one argument I was in on Instagram. This person, what I said in this video during the rant, I literally repeated the exact same stuff to this man. But literally on Instagram, this man called me the B word, which I'm not going to repeat, but he called me the B word. He said, I'm not a real wrestling fan. He was like, his exact words were, if you actually watch WWE, you would understand. And I'm like, I understand just fine that you want Cody to face Roman. I do, and I would love to see that again myself. But, like I said, this is probably a once-in-a-lifetime match. Like, you're probably never going to get The Rock versus Roman Reigns again. So, no point in complaining. So, like, I've been watching WWE since I was like 13, almost 14 years old. So don't tell me I'm not a real wrestling fan. Don't tell me I don't watch wrestling when I literally have a freaking fan page on Instagram and TikTok. So, yeah, I get it. I want Cody versus Roman Part 2 as well. But, I mean, The Rock versus Roman Reigns is a freaking dream match. And like I said, you're probably never going to see it again. So, no point in complaining. But yeah, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. If you would like to see more content from me, and next week I will be doing my January book haul. I didn't do my December one, but I will be doing one for January 2024, so that will be next week, I think. And yeah, I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye, guys.